Hi, this is Natalie with The Fifth Journey, as well as Willow Tree Weaving and Creations. I'm going to be talking about shampoo soap and shampoo bars today, and I'm going to be doing this video in different parts. So the first one I'm going to talk about is the cold process shampoo soap. So this is an actual soap, and it is made with oils and butters and the lye, and it is a pure soap. It's 100% natural, only using, again, those butters and oils, as well as essential oils for the scent or the fragrance, and also for the benefits. A little bit of a backtracking on this. I'm going to be doing this as kind of a how-to as well, and talking about the different properties of the different soaps. So I'm going to start out with the actual soap versus the shampoo bar. The soap, like I said, is an actual soap, where a shampoo bar is a Syndet bar, which is made with detergents, and you can mix different ones, different chemical properties, to make it a very gentle bar. So with soap, with the shampoo soap, which is what I have here, it is an actual, like I said, soap. The thing with that is it does have a high pH, so it is higher than what you want for your hair. So it may work for some, it may not. With the Syndet bar, that is not technically a soap, and that does have a lower pH. Now it is very gentle, so you can use it for your body, and then the same thing with the actual soap. So two totally different things. I'm gonna kind of, like I said, go back and forth on them. So the first thing I'm gonna talk about is the actual soap one. Again, this is 100% natural, using those oils and essential oils. Little background, I spent about a year testing and formulating recipes. I had about 20 recipes and 10 testers that I used, and every oil, every butter has a different property that works well or not with your hair. It also depends on, again, the type of hair you have and the type of water you have. Some people these work great for, some people they don't. So it's kind of like with any shampoo. With these, and actually with both of them, there can be a transition period. So depending on the type of commercial shampoo that you've been using and different factors, again, like your hair and your water, you may have a longer transition period or not. So with my testers, I had some that had no transition period. They were able to go straight in and use the soaps, and they were great. I had about a 2-week transition period where my hair felt really waxy and really heavy, and I was using natural, more natural types of shampoos, liquid shampoos, for several years before transitioning over. But I also do have very hard water. So what I did is, we had the different soaps, and I would use one for about 2 weeks, and then I'd switch the next one, so I could see which ones work better for my hair. And this is the same thing that my testers did. So if you can see here, it has been 2 days since I've washed my hair, and my hair is, I haven't styled it obviously or anything, and don't have any makeup on either. Anyway, so it's been 2 days since I washed my hair, and it doesn't look greasy. It's really soft. I can comb my hands through it really well, and this has been, I've been using the cold process or the soap bars for about a year now, and it's wonderful. So I live in an area that has very, very hard water, and I live outside of the city, so the country water, not on well water, not quite to that point. I grew up on that, but the water that I'm on, I can definitely tell when they have treated the water and when it hasn't, because some days my hair will feel a little bit different than others. But since I moved to where I live now, which I've been here for 15 years, I have not had nice hair. It's always been just, I mean, I have naturally fine hair and a lot of it, but it's always been greasy. I mean, with commercial shampoos, didn't matter which kind it was, I had to wash my hair every single day. And by the end of the day, it was really greasy. And I tried, I mean, some people are like, well, you know, you have to wait for your hair to stabilize. Even with commercial shampoo, it didn't matter. So I've never been able to go this long with my hair not looking terrible. So with that transition period, you have to wait for your natural oils to do their thing, because you've been using harsh detergents, and because you can look them up, but there's several harsh detergents that are in typical shampoos, and you've got this long list of ingredients on the back of the bottle, and that strips out your natural oils it causes imbalances in your scalp, and then you need to use conditioner or treatments or whatever you need to do to get it back to that. So I am not a scientist or anything like that, but I've done a lot of research, did a lot of testing. I've had people testing these with different results, so just to get that part out there. So anyway, I'm really happy with how my hair is. My hair has not been this soft in a very, very long time. So it's like, oh, it's so nice to have that again. And then with my testers, I had them living in different areas. So people with different water, different hair types. My sister who lives in Colorado, they have like amazing water. She used all of them and she's like, they're all the same. Where I have some who live and have worse water than I do, and they were not able to use them, or maybe one of them worked. And that's where the vinegar rinse or citric acid rinse, because you do want to use that, comes in. So the soap has a high pH. So what it is doing is it basically opens up the follicle of the hair, and then you use the rinse to lower the pH down. It also helps rinse out any minerals or anything like that. So you can use apple cider vinegar, you can use white vinegar, you can use a citric acid. So I have two different things. I keep this in my shower, so when I wash my hair, I'm done, and then I put this in. So I have a squirt bottle that I use, and then some people prefer something like this. You can also just pour it into a cup. Now what I do is I put in 1/3 cup of apple cider vinegar, and then I filled the rest up with a filtered water. And I will do a video here in a little bit that actually shows me washing my hair, because the washing process is very, very different. I'm going to read this really quick. This is what I sent out, gave out to my testers. So before beginning, please understand that shampoo soaps are very different than traditional surfactant-based shampoo, which is detergent foaming that you buy at a store. These are also very different than the shampoo Syndet solid bars, which I'm going to be making and talking about later. Those are not actually soap, but basically compressed detergent bars instead of liquid version in the bottle. And you can buy different quality ingredients, and which I, like, again, will be making and using as gentle as possible, coconut based. So they're going to be really great bars. Detergent based bars have lower pH. Handmade soaps have a naturally higher pH. So vinegar or apple cider vinegar rinse is recommended, especially if you have hard water. You can start with a few tablespoons per cup on up to half and half solution. You can keep it in spray bottle, which I said just a minute ago, or squirt bottle dispensing type, like the condiment style. You can leave it in or rinse it out. The scent dissipates once your hair is dry. If you have not been using a more natural based shampoo before testing, there will be a natural adjustment period as your scalp and natural oils normalize. I would recommend using only conditioner on the ends, so your scalp does not become too oily while going through the adjustment period. While I tested it, it seemed like my hair was getting tangled in the shower, but combed out fine and dried nicely. Something else to think about is with the shampoo bars, and some people think, oh, I need something moisturizing. Excuse me, not the shampoo bars, the shampoo soaps. So with the formulas that I did, you don't want to use something that's meant for your body on your hair, because what is great for your skin, what is moisturizing, you don't want on your hair, because that's just free floating oils that you don't want to be left in there. So I have, out of those 20, I have about 4 bars of soap that work for me. And like I said, some people had a lot more than others and different hair types. So I will have on the willowtreeweaving.com website, I will have the soaps once they're ready available on there, and the ones that had the best results from all of the testers. So I'm really excited to get those out there for you guys. But really happy with how my hair turned out. When you wash with these, and I'll talk about this again when I actually show you how to do it. So with the soap, it's a very, very different process or feeling than what you're used to using regular shampoo, liquid shampoo. So you'll get your hair done wet like normal, and then you can either wash it in your hands, you can rub it in your hair. So what I do is I have my hair wet, and then I rub it right around my scalp, and then I suds it up, and they do suds up quite a bit. I put a little bit of water in it, suds up even more, and then I rinse it out. And you want to rinse a lot. Make sure you get all of that out, parting your hair. It will feel very, very different. It's not going to feel like silky smooth or anything like that. It's going to feel, it'll feel different. You understand when you get in there. And then I will immediately use the vinegar rinse, and I will spray it all around my scalp. and then I will let it sit while I finish up my shower, and then I rinse it out, get out. You won't be able to comb your fingers through your hair like you normally do, but once you get out of the shower and you comb it out, it will be completely fine and it'll be really soft. So I have fairly long hair right now, and I have not used conditioner in probably 6 months, so it's not needed. You know, my natural oils have gone through my hair and it's wonderful. And some people that tested the soaps haven't had to use a vinegar rinse at all. Some of them have had no issues at all. So not only does the vinegar rinse, apple cider vinegar rinse, lower the pH, it also helps rinse out any of those minerals from your water that you don't want to be sitting in your hair. So we'll come back and I'll show you the actual washing process, and then we'll come back and do the actual bars once I have those ready to go. So I'm real excited how this has turned out. Oh, I also wanted to say, I'm one of those, because I teach dance and I get sweaty a lot and work out and do that. So I do have to wash my hair more than some people do. So I don't teach every day, so I plan my showers and stuff around that. But if you're going to the gym and sweating a lot, you may need to do it more. And there's also been days that, you know, say I didn't really do anything that made me dirty, but I just feel a little sweaty or whatever, I will go in and just rinse my hair off. I won't even have to wash it. I may put a little bit more of the vinegar rinse in, and then that's it. So, and that works totally fine with me. With my hairdresser, 2 years ago, I had a lot of hair falling out, and it was stress. It was, I don't know what it was, but we ended up having to cut off. I mean, I cut off a lot of hair, and I just had my hair cut, oh gosh, a week or two ago. And she said, yeah, everything looks great. Your hair feels a lot better than it has for quite a while. I haven't had my hair cut in a while. But you know, she was happy with how my hair was doing. So again, I'm really happy with the results, and I'm happy to share this with you. So we'll come back and I'll show you how the process actually works. So we'll see you in a bit. Hey guys, we're gonna go ahead and test the shampoo soap. So whichever type you're using, you want to make sure that it is out of direct water. Same thing with a bar of soap. Make sure it's not sitting in water, that it has good drainage. That will extend the life of whichever one that you're using. So I've got a soap dish over here that has good drainage. And the bar I'm going to be using, this is a brand new bar. But what I like to do is I actually like to cut it in half because it's a little bit easier to hold. It also makes it last longer. So go ahead, my hair's already wet. You're going to get your hair nice and wet and get up a good lather. And then you're just going to rub the bar around your hair. Really easy. I go along my scalp, and then I go underneath, around here. That's all the soap I need. That wasn't very much. And I go ahead and put that back and lather away. Nice, good scrub. If you need to add any more water to it, you can. But I've got, if you can see that, there's a lot of suds in there. And this is, again, the shampoo soap. I maybe put a little bit too much in this time. So give it a good scrub, go all the way around. And since I have long hair, unless I'm doing something where I'm like getting really dirty, I usually don't wash the ends that much because it's really the scalp for me that, because I have oily hair, it gets worse. So I go ahead and scrub it in, and then I'll just rinse everything out, pull it through, and then rinse really well. So the difference from here on is where you'll really tell how things change. So my hair, I mean, this just feels like regular shampoo now. But once I rinse it out, that is going to feel very different. So you'll kind of feel almost like a squeaky clean, and you won't be able to rub your hands through your hair like you would with traditional shampoo or like commercial shampoos. But it's very, very important that you rinse. So I'm parting my hair and I'm making sure I'm really getting the water in there to rinse everything out, get everything out. And with the higher pH of the shampoo soap, you really do want to neutralize that with a vinegar rinse. You can use a citric acid rinse, you can use white vinegar, you can use apple cider vinegar. Play around with it, see whatever works best for your hair. So I feel that I have all of it out. And I'm going to go ahead, I like to have it in a squirt bottle. I put 1/3 cup of apple cider vinegar in here, and then I fill the rest up with distilled water or filtered water. You can also use this type of bottle if you want to squirt it on, but you want to make sure that you really coat the hair, especially around the scalp. So I just like to spray it on really, really well. I didn't realize that the video had cut me off. So what I do is I go ahead, I spray it on really, really well with this, and then I let it sit while I'm finishing up the rest of my shower. Then I go ahead and rinse it out, get out, dry it off, and comb. So I went ahead and did that, and as you can see, I can comb my fingers through just fine. So I'll let it air dry, or go ahead and style as usual, and then you're ready to go on your day. Hi guys, we are back to talk about the shampoo bars, which is the Syndet version. I just got done teaching, so I had a bit of time before my kids come home, so I thought I'd take advantage of this. This is actually 6 months, about 6 months after the first video. So I've completely finished testing everything, and the whole process I've been working on for about 1.5 years. But I'm going to talk about the shampoo bars this time. But really quick, something I did forget to mention, or maybe I did, but I just want to mention again, and I have all my notes here. Either option that you choose, there are no sulfates, there's no parabens, silicones, phthalates, or any other yuckies in there. So when I was doing all of my research, I was trying to be as eco-friendly as possible, limited ingredients, sustainable, and not having the bottles. So the Syndet bars, the shampoo bars, this is going to be probably the full size, and then I have these smaller ones that will be kind of a travel size, or you can use either one. They last a very, very long time, smell great, they work really, really great. So for me, I have actually gone back to the shampoo soaps because that works best for me. So I've been using those for, gosh, I think it's about 1.5 years now. And there's been different research that I've read about with a different pH of hair and scalp depending on you and your body. And some people do better with the higher pH and some people don't. So the shampoo soaps do have the higher pH, where these are usually they're supposed to be between 5 to 6. Mine are at 5.5. Commercial shampoos can be anywhere from like 4 up to 9. So it's really kind of all over the place. So make sure when you're finding one that it is pH balanced, that they have done their homework and they aren't just slapping ingredients together, that they actually have done the research, they have done their homework to find out which ones work best in those. So I mean, both of them are a science. They really, really are. So you're working with different ingredients, you're putting them together in a specific way to make them do what they're supposed to do. My family, my kids and my husband still use the shampoo bars, these that we're going to be talking about. That works really, really great for them. And for those of you that have children, I have found that these are very user-friendly for them versus the liquid shampoos, because half the time they dump half of it down the drain. And this one, and I'll have the video here in a little bit, but they rub it on their head and they do a much better job washing their hair when they're doing it. So I'm going to kind of read off some notes just to kind of give you some information on the shampoo bars. So here's, and this doesn't include all the stuff on my computer, but if you can see, this is all the paperwork and everything that I've gone through and typed up and handwritten out and redone and redone and redone on the shampoo bars. The science behind it is quite a bit different than how it works with shampoo soap. So the properties of oils, so because you do use, or I did use oils in these for their benefits, but the benefits they provide to a shampoo bar is different than what they do when they become soap, because of the reaction once you add the lye, where this doesn't. You have a different kind of reaction when you're creating them. So real quick, getting going. thank you to all of my testers. I had family and friends, and I was shipping stuff all over to have different people try them, and they were very patient and really, really great with the information. And I had some people test and retest because I'm trying to tweak things, and going from there. So these are made with high-end gentle surfactants. Again, they have approximately a pH of 5.5. So surfactants, what they do is they reduce the surface tension of water so that they're less likely to stick to themselves and more likely to interact with the oil and grease and whatever. So therefore, they're breaking the physical bond between dirt and hair and transporting that dirt and grime down the drain into an aqueous medium. So they're putting it into the water, and then it goes away, so it's not left in your hair. There is a science behind both soap and Syndet. This is going to be kind of a redundant, repeating myself. Different ingredients have different chemical properties once they are combined. Some work for some people and some don't. There is an ongoing research what is best for different hair types, but it's best to make that decision for yourself, and to try out different things that may or may not work best for you. What works for you may not work for me, and what works for me may not work for you. And that's why I had it took so long, because I wanted to test different things and have different products for different people. So definitely try both options, what I have out there. Like I said, I've spent over a year, about a year and a half, from when I first started researching this and doing all that. So that's a lot of information, a lot of finding and reading and testing and all of that. So now, the soap side, again, you need the oils and fats and lye and the liquid and you have to create that in correct amounts. And the Syndet, which is the shampoo bars, you need correct mix of surfactants and something to emulsify it. If you do it wrong, the molecules won't work their way they're supposed to, and either it won't do what it's supposed to, or it will separate, and you'll have a bar that will literally separate. It's kind of like when you're trying to put two magnets together and they won't go. Same thing. If you don't combine the right ingredients, they won't combine. It's like mixing oil and water. It's not going to happen in those bars. So notes specific to these. So think of it more along the lines of shampoo without the bottle, just very concentrated, as there's no water in them. And when you have a commercial shampoo that's mostly water, and there's a lot of other ingredients. Since it does have the lower pH, you can wash and condition like normal. The soap has a higher pH, so the apple cider vinegar rinse is recommended to balance that out. Also, the ACV gives a nice shine to your hair if you're wanting to do that. The ingredients that I've researched and found, these are high quality and gentle, but they're not cheap. They're actually very expensive. So good is not cheap, and cheap is not good. I did not want to formulate something that is harsh or contains crappy, cheap ingredients like SLS and other sulfates that you get from commercial ones, because I have seen the shampoo type bars in stores, but the ingredients are no better. They are no better than what you get spending a couple bucks with a cheap shampoo. So definitely get ones that are made by people who are producing a quality product and who are doing the testing, and not just buying the cheap ingredients to get something out there, because that's not the point. So with all that being said, if you have a reaction to this or any product, discontinue use, because everybody's skin, everybody is different. And when using this, and I'll have the video at the end showing you how to use them, while there should be little or no transition period with these, you may experience a transition period, especially if you have been using commercial shampoos that contain sulfates and silicones. This may take a week or two as your hair normalizes to its natural oils. This is more the case with the soaps, not so much with these. If you have especially oily hair that maybe went a bit too long between washes, you may have to wash them twice to find kind of that happy balance. You'll notice this if the lather is a bit less, but these really do have good lather. The kids, I had a transition phase when I went to the shampoo soaps. My husband and my kids, they had no transition phase at all going to the shampoos, the shampoo bars. And how to use. I'll show it in the video, but you'll go ahead and wet your hair like normal, wet the bar and slide it around your hairline. Same thing I do with the shampoo. So you'll rub it around your hairline, go along the bottom, and if you've got thick hair, you may have to part it and do that, and then maybe put a little bit more water in it. My older daughter has really thick hair and a lot of it, so she has to really get in there. If you have very fine hair, you may with either one find that if you rub it on your hands and then transfer it to your hair, that may be better for you. It just kind of depends on what you're going to do. Again, depends on the hair type. So, and then you'll rinse out as normal, and I will have conditioner bars. I did show that. I've got 2 videos after this, one with me using it and with my daughter, and using the conditioner bar on there. So I will have those available soon. I don't have them yet. Main thing about these and with any of them, make sure that they are dry between uses, because if you're sitting in a puddle of water or they're sitting in direct stream of water, they're just going to fall apart and they're going to last very long, and that's going to be sad. So make sure that you put it in a part of your shower that is dry, or set it outside your shower. If you're traveling, just dry it off with a towel or Kleenex or whatever, and store it when it's dry. You don't want to store it when it's wet, because it will turn to mush. That's just how it is with any type of shampoo or soap. Either way, you can put it in a baggie or a tin or something like that. When researching the ingredients, I did find ones that were the best for the most hair types and the most gentle that I could find, which again, unfortunately, means things that do cost quite a bit more. But the nice thing about these is these shampoos bars, they do last a really long time. So I do have 2 mild surfactants that are derived from coconuts, and one of them I alternate out depending on the recipe with something called foaming apple that's derived from apples. And again, they're super gentle. They're used a lot in baby shampoos and that type of thing. I have 2 vitamins that I put in there, vitamin E, and then I have panthenol, which is vitamin B5. I've got 3 of the conditioners emulsifiers, and the conditioners just help soften the hair, and the emulsifier is what binds everything together, because again, you have to have something to emulsify the recipe together, otherwise it'll just fall apart. And do have to have a preservative with these. It is required, since it does have a lower pH and it is exposed to water. This one is as natural as I could find. I use Optifen, and there's actually no such thing as a natural preservative. It does not exist. So be very wary of those who are saying that they're using a natural preservative, or there isn't one listed, because you do have to have one in these shampoo bars. Now, shampoo soap on the other hand, because the pH is so high, you don't have to have a preservative in them, but make sure you're doing your research on those. Very few ingredients on either one of them. I was looking at my husband's shampoo that he had been using, and it was a natural shampoo, and it had 59 ingredients. Holy cow, 59. I couldn't believe it. So I'm going to go ahead and switch over to the video. So the first one will be me using the shampoo bars and what I do, and then I went ahead and did one where I was washing my daughter's hair, just to show kind of a better light. And you'll probably laugh because she loves to have her hair scrubbed, so I was giving her a good scrub, and then I'll show you how to use the conditioner bar on. Hey guys, we're going to go ahead and test out the shampoo bar. You want to make sure that you store whatever shampoo that you're going to be using out of direct water, because they will break down a lot faster whether you're using soap or the bars, either way. So I have a little dish over here that I put my soap into, my shampoo bar into. You'll want to go ahead, get your hair wet, and then you're going to get your bar wet. And as you can see, hopefully you can see everything okay. It lathers up right away. So get your hair good and wet, and you're going to take the bar and you're just going to rub it around on your scalp. It doesn't take very much at all. And then I let my hair go underneath. It depends on what you want to do with how much hair you have. So that's it. Go ahead and get that out of the way, and then I'm going to lather up. And as you can see all that lather, and you can use more if you want. It's been a couple days since I've washed my hair. I could actually go probably another day if I wanted to. And since I have longer hair, I didn't really do anything to get really dirty, so I'm just going to wash really around my scalp and then rinse it out. So really easy. Just use it just like a regular shampoo. I can rub my fingers through it, but you have a lot of good lather with that. So I'll go ahead and rinse it out. And like I said, my hair is really not dirty, so I'm not going to worry about washing the ends because I haven't done anything to get that part dirty. And that's usually the part of your hair that gets the most damage from wear and tear. So I'm going to go ahead and rinse it out nice and easy. And with this particular one, for me, I don't need to use conditioner. I don't. You may need to, but that's just totally depending on your hair type, how long it is, and then your preference. So, easy peasy. See how easy that was? Quick wash, rinse it out, it suds really nice, and I'm ready to go on. I'm going to go ahead and wash her hair so you can kind of see how the shampoo bars work, and also using the conditioner bar. So I'll put this video in addition to the other video that I'll have when I'm doing my hair. So we're going to go ahead and get her hair, or get your hair completely wet. And then using the shampoo bar, you're going to go ahead and shampoo bar wet. Rub it into your hands, and then you're going to rub it along the hairline. So I kind of like to go in circular motions. I go around the top first. This is what I do with my hair. And then I go around the ears and along the bottom of the hair, a little bit on the back. It really doesn't take a lot. You can already see that lather starting to work out. I'm using my palms. Very user-friendly, easy for kids to use. My kids and my husband all use these bars. So working up a lather. If you need to add more water in, you can. But you can see that that is a really good lather before we even start scrubbing. So, and both of my girls have pretty long hair right now. So really focusing on the scalp, getting everything nice and boogie. All right. And she has somewhat fine hair, like I do. My older daughter has very thick hair and a lot of hair, so she does have to use a little bit more in her hair. So I'm going to go ahead and turn around and go rinse it out. You can do that. So it rinses out really easily, just like normal shampoo. Go ahead and put your head back. Rinses out really fast. Okay, so now the conditioner bar. So that was really easy using the shampoo bar. So using the conditioner bar, it is a solid conditioner bar. You do want to get it wet. And the heat of the water and also the moisture will help activate it, so to speak, and make it work a little bit better. So what I'm going to do, and depending on how much hair you have, you may need to divide it into sections. So with my kids and with me, if I use it, I don't ever put it on my scalp because I don't need it. It may be different for you. But just taking it in sections, you're just going to rub it down the hair. So if I were holding my hair, I just pull it with my shoulder and rub it down. It doesn't take much at all. So just rubbing it down the hair. That's about it. And see how it's already, I can rub my hands. I can curl my hands through her hair. That's really all it takes. It's super easy, super fast. And we're going to go ahead and rinse it out. Go ahead and turn around. Good. So rinsing it out. Comes out pretty easily. If you have thicker hair, it may take a little bit longer. Or more hair. Go ahead and push it back. Good. And that's it. We're done. So see how fast and easy it is? And there's no bottle. They last a long time. They're really good for the whole family. So like when we travel, that's all we need to take is those two little bars. And it makes life a lot easier. We do keep it in a little dish in the shower out of the way. And that's it. We're done.
Yep.
Thank you. I hope you've enjoyed the information that I have shared on both the shampoo bars and the shampoo soaps and the journey I've been on to formulate these, to research everything, lots and lots of research, and also all the testing that I've gone through to make something, create something for you that is a good, solid product. And hope this is something that you can use for you and for your family. You can head on over to willowtreeweaving.com to purchase these, as long as I have them available for you. If you do have any sensitivities to things like fragrance oils, I can do some custom orders depending on what it is and time frames, things like that. But thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed it. Be sure to like and subscribe and share the information with others, and we'll see you again next time. Take care.